We are at a point during the current season where more and more people are starting to hit 1000 light and are now trying to min-max their PvP builds. Whether you prefer speccing for max recovery, mobility, intellect, or whatever, I wanted to make this video for you today to explain how some different mods and even some different weapon types affect class ability cooldowns. Welcome back to the channel, my name is Man of Coal, and today, let's talk about how you can maximize your build for PvP. If you enjoy these types of videos where I go more in depth on different perks, builds, and weapons, then make sure you subscribe to the channel and click on the bell so you know when my videos get posted. I try to post about once every 7 days depending on the type of content I'm trying to create. Some videos take longer to produce than others, so just keep an eye on your feed. Okay, so let's dive into the numbers for this video. Upon me starting to do tests for this type of video, I was hearing from different members of the community that the traction mod that can be utilized on any affinity of boots was secretly giving a boost to class ability cooldowns on hunters. So I decided to test this out for myself, and the results are actually revealing some new information. I started testing this theory and getting a baseline by putting my mobility stat to tier 9 and physically timing how fast I could get my class ability back without the traction mod. After testing, it was performing as it should have been. I was getting my class ability back after about 11 seconds. I then added the traction mod to my boots while still maintaining tier 9 mobility, and the results showed me getting my class ability back almost every 9.5 seconds, which is equivalent to tier 10 mobility. Next, I wanted to see how much the traction mod actually decreased my cooldown by, so I bumped my mobility stat down to tier 8. Without the traction mod equipped, my cooldown was performing as expected, coming back after about 13.5 seconds. However, with the traction mod equipped and still maintaining tier 8 mobility, my dodge was coming back after about 11.5 seconds. So what does this mean? From the data that I gathered by testing a whole bunch of other tiers and without traction mods, I found that the traction mod will decrease your cooldown by about 2 seconds no matter what tier mobility you have, with the exception of tier 10 because it won't come back any faster than 9 seconds. Upon all of these tests, I was starting to run into some inconsistent data. So for example, sometimes while having a traction mod on with tier 8 mobility, I was getting my dodge back after 11 seconds, and other times I was getting it back every 9 seconds. Much to my displeasure and massive confusion, I decided to switch up my inventory when I started noticing what the pattern was. Whenever I had any lightweight frame weapon wielded in my hands, I was getting an even faster cooldown time for my dodge. So I decided to do some tests with the different mobility tiers and lightweight frame weapons equipped. With tier 9 mobility and wielding a Dire Promise, which is a lightweight frame hand cannon, I was getting my dodge back every 9 seconds, which again is equivalent to having tier 10 mobility. I then tested it with tier 8 mobility and still wielding the Dire Promise, and I was still getting my dodge every 9 seconds. After doing more tests with different lightweight weapons, non-lightweight weapons, different mobility tiers with and without traction mods, here is all the data I collected. First, there are normal cooldown times when there is no traction mod or lightweight frame weapons being wielded. Cooldown was as it was displayed in the mobility slot. 2. Lightweight frame weapons subtract about 4 to 4.5 seconds from your class ability cooldown, and traction mods subtract about 2 seconds from class ability cooldowns as well. And thirdly, the benefits from lightweight frame weapons and traction mods can stack. However, you cannot go past tier 10 cooldown of 9 seconds no matter what. So the ultimate question is, how do you get the effects of tier 10 mobility? Well, if you are a frequent wielder of lightweight frame weapons like the Dire Promise, Spare Rations, Waking Vigil, 7th Seraph Shotgun, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but even Mountaintop, if you also equip a traction mod on your boots, you can get the benefits of tier 10 mobility, which is the 9-second cooldown, by using tier 7 mobility. The caveat with this is that you have to be wielding the lightweight frame weapon. If you don't, you're only going to be getting the effects of your traction mod. However, the plus side is that even if you don't start your cooldown with a lightweight frame weapon in your hand, as soon as you switch to one, you will begin receiving the benefit of a decreased cooldown. In other words, wield a lightweight frame weapon as frequently as you can while your dodge is in its cooldown to get the biggest gains. If you don't plan on using any lightweight frame weapons, but you're still going to run a traction mod, then having tier 9 mobility is going to be the minimum that you can have in order to get tier 10 benefits. At this point, you may be wondering, so does this only work on hunters, or can my warlock and titan also get these benefits? To which I'm going to say, as far as I know, no, it won't work the same. From the minimal tests that I did do on the other classes, traction mods and lightweight weapon frames did not affect either the Warlock or Titan class ability cooldown. The main reason I saw was that both of their cooldowns are associated with different stats. Warlocks are for recovery, Titans are for resilience. Lightweight frame weapons and traction mods strictly affect the mobility stat, which is why it only affects the Hunter's class ability cooldown. So yeah, sorry Warlocks and Titans. Whew, this video took a lot of research and many private matches of just constant dodging. So again, if you like these kinds of videos, subscribe to the channel and click the bell so you know when my videos get posted. Also, I stream over on Twitch where I sometimes do these things live and make myself look like a fool. Twitch.tv/manofcoal, the link to that will be down in the description. If you want to join my Discord or my PC Destiny clan, links to those are also in the description box below. Thank you all very much for watching. A positive rating is always appreciated, and as always, we'll see ya.